Hello, my name is Dr. Katherine Weintraub. I'm the adjunct professor of saxophone at Southeastern University, and I'm also a private instructor in Tampa, Florida. Today, I will be demonstrating and teaching the excerpt for soprano saxophone for 11th and 12th grade All-State. So, this excerpt is in B major. This is quite a tricky key to play in, not only technically, but mostly pitch-wise. So if you are not used to playing in B major, especially on soprano saxophone, spend a lot of time in front of a tuner playing up and down the scale and getting to know the pitch tendencies of the scale. On soprano sax in particular, you will find that you will need to probably make very small pitch adjustments that will make an even bigger difference than they would on other horns. For instance, tuning a high C sharp or D sharp on alto, you might find that you need to voice or lip down that note a fair bit in order to get it in tune, where on soprano, a much smaller adjustment is needed. So get used to this, spend a lot of time on soprano sax, particularly in this key, so you can get used to playing as in tune as possible in the key of B major. With this etude, there are quite a bit of dotted rhythms in here. Dotted 8/16ths, for example, are all over the place. There's also a double dotted quarter note in the first line. Make sure you are subdividing these rhythms properly into their 16th note subdivisions. And you'll also want to get very comfortable transitioning in your head from duple time into a triplet feel. So that way these subdivisions are very clear and the pulse remains clear through the whole thing. Of course, this means spend a lot of time with a metronome. With this etude as well, you will want to be very specific and meticulous with how you learn the articulations from the very beginning. There are a number of accented bell tones. Try to bring these out. There are also quite a few staccatos written. Make these nice and bouncy and light, but not too clipped. The marking at the beginning is maestoso, which of course means majestically. The accented notes, of course, add to this style. Ba-bee, ba, ba. Like I said, that bell tone quality is going to be very important to bring out. However, even though there are lots of short notes written, you still want to think about blowing across the phrase and bringing forth the longer musical idea. This will keep it from becoming too choppy, which of course would go against the maestoso or majestic style we are going for. Lastly, there are a few ornaments, grace notes, trills in here. Make sure that you are practicing the etude without those first and then adding them back in later to make sure they are both in time and in style. So that was the soprano saxophone all-state excerpt for 11th and 12th grade. I hope you found these tips and tricks to be helpful. Happy practicing and good luck.